Welcome everybody here to Atlanta Motor Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here today. As you saw in the title, the intro, Cynthia Bright got the pole. Injured her wrist last week, and she's got a cast on it, and they gave her a shot to numb the wrist so she could drive in today's race. But I mean, after a crazy injury last week, gets the pole, and Joseph Curtis on the outside, Jeff Bright starting behind, and it's John Gilbert. So we're getting ready to go green here at Atlanta. Atlanta's has some pretty wild and crazy racing too, just like Indianapolis. When we are green, other news in the field, we're going to go back to one right here. Actually, Iridium usually drives the 97 car, really underfunded car. Is in the 00 Haas Automations Ford Mustang for the Wood Brothers. The Wood Brothers, by help of Team SB, decided to pick up Ashley to put her in a good car just to see what she could do. And she qualified pretty decent. And then we're going to go a little bit further back. The 75, and that was Zach King. This week is Stephen Pollard behind the wheel of that machine. We got them 3 and 4 wide all the way down. Is Cynthia Bright still leading with that bum wrist? Now here's the other guy that was in the car. Tony Newman is out. Hans Device is in. Hans raced over in Germany. Speaking of Tony Newman, we're going to go and find Blake Warren. Tony Newman, after getting out of the car, being injured, Tony has a broken leg. After all that craziness, a broke leg. And so, and there's a crash and a huge impact. Ooh, the 27, Bobby Striggle, another guy last week had an injured hand. Ooh. That's probably not good for his wrist being involved in this. But Tony Newman is on the pit box for Blake Warren, and Blake looks like he's going to have a short day, and so is Tony Newman. Newman was Blake's Under Armour Pro crew chief. As we're going to go back and look at see what happened here. I think they got 4 wide, and 4 wide does not work here in hot Atlanta. Yep, and the 42 is going to turn the 18. I think the 18 is the one that takes this huge hit. Oh. Yeah, it was 18. Zachary Fitzwater's car gets hung up in the wall. And just hard into the wall goes Blake Warren. And a pretty, ooh, man, that hit. These hits back here. Look at Eric Rodriguez. The ass end of that car is up in the air. The 81 hits him, puts him up in the air, and then, oh, man, Bobby Striggle, another hard hit. And he's going to roll it too, man, after hurting his wrist. And he's going to hit this wall too pretty decently. Just listening to everybody who got out of the car, Bobby Striggle said, yeah, his hand is killing him, but he said the numbing agent that they gave him in the infield care center is helping everyone out of the car, even Zachary Fitzwater, who took that weird hit the wall and it just launched that car. He is also out of the infield care center. He got out of the car, just got to the ambulance, they checked him, and he's been released. Everybody already checked him, released out of that thing right now. So we'll get you back here to the green flag just a moment. And we are back. Justin Jones, only car 1 lap down. Cynthia Bright still leads with the bum wrist over Tim Randolph, Derek Hamill. Derek Hamill didn't have any injuries last week. We're still in Schwallenberg behind his teammate Will Goss. Seth Cole, Alan Matthews, Joey Murphy, Luis Hernandez. And Jonathan Zorley, and that's your top 10. Green flag back in the air. We're racing once again at Atlanta. Look at Dylan already taking it 3 wide. Derek Hamill gets the fence in front of Goss. I think Dylan just really wants to get ahead of that 42 car, but now he's stuck behind him. That's what let Seth Cole peek to this inside of Dylan back here. But he's now stuck behind his teammate that's got a lot of damage. And, well, I mean, that's teammate, especially when the boss man's in the inside row, too. The 77 starting to make a charge up to the front. That's James Kinghart. He looks like to have the best start for this Black Hole Motorsports team out of any of these cars. It looks like James Kinghart probably has the better one. Look at Samet Oskin running up here. And that one, apparently he was 29th, but it says he's now 8th, so timing and scoring there. And man, James Kinghart looks to maybe be a championship contender this year. Second place last week in Atlanta, or third place last week. I think Auto Club he was second. There's a lot of dirt and build-up out here. And Robbie Jackson's got some back-end damage. It looks like all three of the Robbie Jackson Incorporated cars have some damage. We're going to try to take a quick look at what happened to Robbie, if we can get one. Let's see what. He must have been involved in the crash, so we're not going to go all the way back that far and look. Get you back to the front of the field, though. Jessica Kinghart, or not Jessica Kinghart, excuse me, Cynthia Bright will lead Tim Randolph. Randolph to the inside. Goss is bringing Eli Bright with him. Eli Bright was very sad last week to see that he did not win in Indianapolis. A lot of the teams completely forgot. Almost contact back in the pack. Forgot that the 96 of Cody Monaco stayed out. And look at Cody Monaco. Up on the wheel here, running almost in the top 10 after winning big last week. And Alexander Rowe up here in the 11. Former Atlanta winner, DJ Curtis. Trying to get his season off to the right start. Has not been a great season start for DJ. Jeff Bright getting a big push from Seth Cole. Will Goss all the way almost to the apron. Trying to get by the 25 of Tim Randolph. Tim has not won a race. Goss would love to get up here and spoil this party. Seth Cole got his nose under there. Look at the 32. That's Derek Edison up here in the Ford Performance car. John Gilbert behind him. We were just talking about how good James Kinghart's doing. John Gilbert saying, hey, don't forget about me. I drive one of these Black Hole Motorsports cars. Black Hawk Motorsports, that's right. Sorry, confused. But look at Derek Edison getting a big charge down the front straightaway. New leader is about to be Derek Edison. And you have Zorlian back here. Jessica Kinghart. David Diaz. Hernandez is back there. Cynthia Bright. Joseph Curtis. And man, look at John Gilbert. Has not lit a lap all year in a Pepsi Challenger. And look at him go to the front of the field. John Gilbert's going to lead. He went to the wrong lane, though, because there's no cars back up there to help him. So Jessica Kinghart is now going to go to the point. Robbie Jackson's car really off pace. Look at Cody Lama. Samet Oskin was just in the top 10, dropped all the way to 30th. Cody Lama sits in 31st. Get you back to the front of the field, man. This is just tight racing. Look at Hernandez. He wants to lead. Cynthia Bright wants to get back to the lead. What a moment it would be if Cynthia Bright were to win this race after breaking her wrist last week. Ash Curtis behind her, then it's Alan Matthews. And look, there's Hans Device from Germany. And his first ever oval race in that 36 car. And we got cars crashing in the back of the field. Huge crash, car upside down, Gatlin Downey. Eli Bright's involved. Oh no! ERL officials are telling him to cross the line, and they're going to try to red flag this thing as quick as they can. But oh no, what a impact. There's Ashley Iridium in her first start with the Wood Brothers and that 00 Haas Automations Ford. Something happened. It looked like Derek Hamill They're 4 wide. Gatlin Downey just had really nowhere to go. It just, oh, James Kinghart's a lucky man. And, oh, Tim Randolph's in it. Oh, Cody Monaco almost in it. But Eli Bryant, Samet Oskin, Eric Monaco involved. There's 2 Bryants involved. What happened to Eli Bryant? How was he involved in this? Did he get a little... I think he gets a little help from behind. Yep. Got a little hit from the 16, and that's what put him in it. And, oh, the 1 car. On further back. Oh, man, I don't know who... Dion Scott just never got off the gas. He's on the apron running 192 miles an hour, and right at the last moment decided to hit the brake after hitting Jeff Bryant. I mean, he just clobbered Eli Bryant and Gatlin Downey. And that's a huge hit. Watch this debris fly off the 3 car. After he got hit, it killed that car. Samet Oskin gets a piece of that too, and man, ERL officials are looking and deciding what to do. Those cars are still rolling. Pace car on the track. There's Ashley Iridium, her first start, and that motor is killed on that 0-0 Ford. Don't know how many shots she gets in this car. We know it's a Wood Brothers racing car. So she's Blake Warren's teammate. We don't know how many shots she's getting. Team SB really looking into her future here in the Sportsman Series. She'd been driving the 97 a couple races this season. She tried to run Eldora and didn't qualify. And she ran a race at Salem a couple seasons back. But we'll see what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get you back here at the green flag in just a moment. We are back. Alan Matthews leads. Will be his first win since leaving Hernandez Motorsports. Or can Cynthia Bright win? What about DJ? What about Dylan? Dylan Schwamberg won Atlanta 2 seasons ago. Looking to maybe see if he can get his season off to a good start, just like DJ. We have Hans Device. Stephen Pollard in the 75 car is up in 6th. Can he get up there and get it done? He ain't won a race in a while. He's a former champion. Green flag back in the air. Alan Matthews will lead us all down. John Gilbert's going to try to drive by Pollard quick. Go to the field here and see who's all left. They ain't a bunch left. Oh, Hans Device starting to make a charge in that 36 car. Alan Matthews, though, is trying to pull away from DJ Curtis. Cynthia Bright with that bad hand. Starting, actually just came across the radio. We just heard it in the booth. Came across the radio saying her hand is throbbing. So that's why she's up in the high lane. She said, I can't turn this thing down to the bottom of the racetrack. So maybe that agent, that stuff they put in the infield care center in her hand, that shot to numb her hand, maybe it has stopped. Maybe it has wore off, and now she's just feeling all the pain in that wrist. So she's trying to hang on to get a good, decent finish in this thing. Look at Hans Device in this 36 car. Coming to lead this thing from Germany. American Motorsports has not won a race in a while. And man, Tony Newman would have loved to have been in this car today. But he's on Blake Warren's pit box being a crew chief of that car. He said he would love to make a return back to Sportsman. He doesn't know when he's going to be able to. And he doesn't know if his 36 car is going to be open. And after this kid's giving this car a run today, I don't know if Tony's going to be allowed to come back. I think Hans is going to earn this one. Seth Cole to the back bumper. Here comes the 11 of Alexander Rowe. Dylan Schwamberg also up there. Here's Hernandez. Hernandez ain't afraid to take a kid's first time win away. We've seen that happen plenty of times. Oh, the 11 got up under him. Alexander Rowe, a former Atlanta winner. Here comes the 32 car. Derek Edison. And we got a crash in the back. That's going to end this race. And Derek Edison's going to get it. For American Motorsports. Who crashed? Oh, it's Cynthia Bright. I guess she couldn't hold it anymore. And you can see she's still rolling. So, listen to her radio now. She said her hand was just throbbing so bad. Let's see what happened. Did it bring out the caution? Was it her fault? She was still up in that top groove. So, yeah, it's definitely not her fault, but, looks like DJ stuck it 4 wide, and David tried to give him room, but I guess didn't know. Oh. I guess David didn't know Will was that tight up on him. I mean, they were pretty tight going in that corner. Took a big hit, and pretty much every injured driver took a big hit today, but luckily she was able to keep driving that thing, and it wasn't enough to re-injure that hand. But what about old Derek Edison? American Motorsports, we just talked about him, hadn't won a race. We'll actually go check 100%. We got a whole lap of this left. When was the last time American Motorsports won a race? The last time American Motorsports won was season 10. Actually, oops. James Kinghart won last season, so oops. I forgot all about Kinghart's last 2 wins, especially since he now drives for another team. He won at Boston and Texas. And now Derek Edison's going to put his name on that Ford Performance winner list, or American Motorsports winner list, whatever you want to call them. And it is a good day. I mean, if you go back here and look at old Hans, he gets 7th. Look at last week's winner, Cody Monaco, with a top 5. Man, Joey Murphy, didn't talk about him all day long, comes home 4th. This is what this Atlanta race brings. It brings the best out. Pollard in that 75 is going to come home 8th. Don't know if he's going to race this car until Zach King is back. Zach King had a broken collarbone and a broken wrist, just like Cynthia Bright, but he has a broken collarbone as well, so can't sit in the car with the Hans on. It pushes right down on that collarbone, so he is out. That's what a surprise, man. A 32 of Derek Edison is going to win here at Atlanta. Hernandez is going to get 2nd. We'll give you a whole full field rundown here. Rowe 3rd, Murphy 4th, Monaco 5th, then Schwallenberg, Device, Pollard, Zorlian, DJ Curtis with a great run, Seth Cole in 11th, Al Matthews 12th, Ash Curtis 13th, and a great run for that car. Jessica Kinghart 14th, 15th Legacy, 16th James Kinghart, 17th John Gilbert. Listening to those two after the race, talking to each other through radios, both of them said that these Dodges are going to need help. They can get up there in the front, but as soon as they hit the front of the car, like the front of the field, the lead, their cars just become terribly handling. It's probably not the aero advantage that these Dodges have. It's Joseph Curtis, Cody Lama, Sam Curtis, Eric Monaco, Justin Jones, and Robbie Jackson. That's your top 20, 23. And there's the rest of your field right there. 41 cars tried this race, and 23 finished. So, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed today's race. We will see you guys next week from the beautiful Watkins Glen International Raceway. Ladies and gentlemen, till we meet again. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with Derek Edison, today's winner here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Man, he said he doesn't want to tear the motor up, but he does want to do some burnouts. Lighten the rear tires up a little bit. Eating them in the grass right there. There he is. There he goes. There it is, lighting that one thing. He lit that one tire up. Now what's he doing? Oh man, look at this. He's gonna drive it around the Legends Oval. Pretty much a Polish victory lap at the Legends Oval. There you go. He's got to put it down to get it to spin a tire. Derek Edison. Not done yet. He's gonna spin it around in the. He's gonna spin it in the grass. And there he is. He's done. Doesn't really want to tear that motor up. That's a very underfunded car. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. If you did, please hit that like button. Also, remember to hit that sub button to never miss a Sportsman race. But that being said, till we meet again.